All right, guys. This is another episode of Stock Market Review. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are here, thank you for being here. Once again, as always, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know where you're watching from if you can. Would love to know where everybody's watching from. Today was an interesting day in the stock market. Very interesting day. I talked to you guys yesterday, and I said, "Hey, it seems like we might be looking good, but we needed to reclaim a specific level." So far, we did not reclaim it, but a lot of progress was made. We're going to get into that. You guys are going to see it. As of right now, it seems like there's a possible squeeze coming. Can we confirm that move tomorrow? That's the biggest thing. Um, can we confirm that move? Positioning in the market right now is extremely, I wouldn't say extremely one-sided, but it was heavily tilted toward a crash. And as I keep telling you guys, crashes do not happen when everyone's expecting one. Crashes typically happens when people are very comfortable and suddenly they just get you. All right. And the reason they get you like that is like people don't have hedges on. Therefore, the market start going up. People panic. They start selling, and stop losses start getting hit. But if you already know and you prepared for it, and everybody putting hedge on, maybe they bought the VIX, maybe they bought some puts, or they bought an inverse ETF for the market, things like that. When you do that, you really, really, really protect yourself. And as we can see, that's something that's really, really helping a lot of people when it comes to that. So I didn't see a stock market crash, and I know it looked bad yesterday, right? It looks really, really bad. But as I kept telling you guys, we are still sitting at support level. We are still sitting at a trend line, so do not panic. This is why I don't panic. That's where it takes me back once again to my process. All right. I'm going to keep reiterating that every single time. I'm going to let you guys know that it is still the process. What exactly is the process? Right. That tells me a direction has been taken in a stock or a direction has been failed. What is it? Again, it's a break of structure and then continuation. All right. We never had that. Yes, it was a big drop. All it did was come down from a the market just came down really from a specific level, on that range, top of the range, hit bottom of the range, and today just bounced right back up again near the top of the range. That's the only thing that happened in the stock market today. So technically, we don't have any direction. But we're gonna get into it and see what the possible move, what we need to happen to really get a squeeze, or what we need to be on the lookout for, so we don't get trapped. All right. Again, guys, make sure you guys really, really pay attention and really watch your levels and really, really stay disciplined, because as you guys could see, when those moves happen, right, they happen very, very quickly. You don't have time to react. By the time the market opens, a crazy move's already done, and if you are on the wrong side of that move, that could be your entire day. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. I think people are trickling in right now. That is beautiful. All right, we're going to start with the S&P 500. All right, this is the SPY. That's what most of you guys trade. You know what? For whatever reason, I have this long wick that's on my chart. I don't know. That's some funky thing that happens. So I'm just going to go on the SPX so that way we have a clean chart and see exactly what happened right there. All right. Why I keep telling you guys, all the things are looking bad. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. Why? Because I can see I did that trend line right here, and I'm like, hey, trend line is still holding. We're not even there yet. The trend line is okay. And then again, what is this right there? We have that level. You guys have had this level. I've given it to you guys a long time ago. The entire time, beside that one time we dropped right there, all we're doing is bounce inside of this level. It's just a consolidation zone as of right now. It is very, very strong resistance, obviously. Very strong. Okay, this light is let me adjust the light, guys, because this light is super, super, super bright. And okay, let's see. Let me just gonna adjust that just a little bit. That was just a little too bright, guys. Just a little too bright. Let me see. Okay, that actually don't look too good. There you go. We'll leave that. There you go. Perfect. I mean, look at this candle, man. That was a beautiful move. As we can see, if you look at the MACD on the daily, the MACD rejected. So that course down that potential course down that was happening throughout all this selling did not happen. Why did that did not happen? Again, you guys can see here, we fell right down to the buyers. We have a block of buyers here that just keeps on buying. That's what's keeping the market up. However, as you could see again, like I said, remember that this is the whole range that we have right there. That's the range. And what we have been doing the past couple of days is literally filling this entire range intraday, pretty much. All right, almost the entire range intraday. So that means that's a if you are day trading and you can catch a good move, you can catch it at the beginning of the move. You could make bank doing that. You could really make bank doing that. But when you look at this level, right? What is it can you guys see when you look at this level? You guys can clearly see we still cannot close above that level. We have never closed above that level. I was so excited today when I thought we were probably going to close above it. It did not happen. So if we can gap tomorrow, we have some great earnings coming tomorrow. So if we can gap above that level and close above it tomorrow, it we might be in for a squeeze. As I said again, I think we're going to get. This is what I'm betting on. I'm think we're gonna get another squeeze to move up. Possibly that's how they set the trap, making a new all-time high, right? And the trap will be probably set then, and then we might pull back because obviously we do have a lot of headwinds, a lot of bad news out there circulating that may really make things very very difficult. But okay, let's go in the 4 hours and see exactly what's going on. Let me turn this thing off. This thing is it's a lot on the chart. Okay, looking at the 4 hours again, what do we see here? We just keep doing that, but we're not getting continuation. I really don't like that because if you look at here, right? What did we do here? We did an inverted head and shoulder pattern. We never got, we still could not get the push. Now we're making another one just a little higher. Again, that should be the move. All right, that should be the move we should be looking for. But right now we're still not getting that. We're still consolidating. Let's see if we can make that push to keep going. As of right now, again, look at the MACD. MACD is actually looking good, pointing up. That's the 4 hours. If we go in the 2 hours, this is what got me excited today. When I look at the 2 hours just did a what? A bullish divergence. All right, higher lows in the MACD. That is very, very, very good. And if you're looking at that, as of right now, this is looking like a what, guys? This would be a double bottom pattern. All right, getting a double bottom. That means we're probably going to get a push. So this is what we are currently looking at. This is our neckline right here. So we need to take that. If we take that, if we can take the neckline, we may be in for some great, great, great days. So we have to watch out for that. Now, there are some other news that might be in hindrance. Pretty much, we do have a partial. We are currently in a partial government shutdown. In case you guys did not know, we are currently in a partial government shutdown, not a full shutdown, but a partial shutdown. I mentioned that yesterday, meaning there are certain parts of the government that's not open as of right now. And if we can't get that bill passed, the job numbers you're supposed to get, those guys, the administration already announced that we will not be getting that. Actually they will not be giving out those employment numbers because that department will be closed. So we need to get those numbers so we have an idea exactly what is going on. So let me see. There you go. Let's take a good a look at Bitcoin. See how did Bitcoin perform. This is the good news, guys. This is the good news. Um, we did not get a big bounce on Bitcoin, But what we guys can see here, Bitcoin did find some support right there. So far that support is being is holding. All right, you can see it. Previous support level. That's a support zone. That's right there. So far it is holding. All right. We do not want that unless you somebody that's waiting to buy back at a much lower level. We do not want this to give out. We need that support to hold. We need that. If that support can hold, we should be okay to get a bounce. But as of right now, it's still not looking good. All right, guys, because what we would need, let me do this. If we take that from where we just went just now, we need this to actually do a retracement of at least 50% and then close above the 50% line. That would be this line. So that's above about 82, 80, 82. Yeah. We would need a close above that for me to start feeling a little better that, hey, you know what, seems like we are actually going to go into one. But as of right now, I just don't really like what I'm seeing right now. It seems a little iffy. Um, are we at the bottom yet? If that is for Bitcoin, I don't know. I don't know. All I could do is show you guys the levels. Currently, this is where we are. Let me just take a step back. Let me go on the weekly. The weekly will make it show a little better. Are we at the bottom? I don't know. As of to be honest, as of right now, if I had to take a guess, I would say no. This is why I would say no, unless something else change. Why I would say no, we are not at the bottom is because you guys will see this, right? Oh, whoa. This did not work out the way I wanted. Let me remove those, right? As you guys could see, you guys can see that, and we are doing this. So that's a head and shoulder pattern, which means this is the neckline right there. So if we break the neckline, that means it is possible we might go below, even below this level, because to calculate exactly where things might go, you would have to take the top of the move. Okay, this would be the top of the move down to the neckline. This is like 39.8%, and then you have to double make another one. So it's like, okay, it would have to make this exact same move for us to get to the bottom of the move, for that move to be completed. Let me put it that way. Okay, yeah. So literally, like right there, we're talking about way down to 45. So that's worst again. That's worst case scenario. Sometimes it's not every single time the moves happen, but this is if you trying to get full take profit level. This would be your target. All right, which would be exactly around right around where we have our support level set anyway. Just yeah, right around 45. That would be the target if we lose that. All right, so that can get very ugly, very ugly if we cannot bounce. Again, this is like a textbook head and shoulder pattern. What we guys are looking at here. If I just really want to illustrate that for you guys, so you guys can see, this is that. That's the shoulder. Now this is the head. You guys are getting here. That would be your right shoulder. All right, that is it. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. All right. So this is what we're looking at, and that's the obviously if you mess with me, if you guys are always here and you're watching, you know this is a very bearish pattern. So this is what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin still not out of the woods yet. Although it's finding some support level here. Last time we came to this level, we did bounce, but here's the difference, right? Last time when we push up, we came here and we bounce, but if I want to do the Fibonacci retracement here, what did you guys see? This is a retracement of about, this is the 50% level, like a 50% retracement from a move up. All right, we were bullish. This was a one up, a pullback to, I think it got to as low as the 6.18, and then it pushed up. Unfortunately, we are getting the reverse, because that ends up being the 50% level end up being used as support level. So now that we are doing that in reverse, what this is going to work for, so we got to take that from the top to the bottom here. All right, we never even retrace back to 50%. That's how weak Bitcoin has been so far. We never even got back to 50%, and then we just crashing down. Instead, what it just did is a textbook textbook bear flag. All right, just did a textbook bear flag, and right now we actually have this moving. All right. So that's the difference. Great question. Great question. Um, when you look at this chart, are you hesitant or optimistic? This is a big drop. When I look at this chart right now, that's the thing. I'm indifferent. Why I'm saying I'm indifferent is because I missed the entry for the drop. I feel like I've already missed it. We are right at structure. A lot of things we can get reversal. We can get some good news. A lot of things can happen at structure that caught you off guard. So I would not short that. Up there was I mean, excuse me. Actually, I talked to you guys about that when we were up there. I was telling you guys, hey, seems like we are making a head and shoulders pattern right here. And we had the flush. I mean, I talked about it, I covered it. But right now, the move already happened, and whatever. I just stay out of it. So I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent. So I'm not optimistic. I'm not negative. I'm indifferent. I just want to see what happens next. If we break below this level, I would tell you I'm negative on it. And if we can bounce, actually bounce and reclaim those levels, maybe making going above those levels, I would tell you we have a change in sentiment. But as of right now, I'm purely indifferent on it. Now let's take a quick look at the cues. That was Bitcoin. Again, guys, this is still the same thing. We are operating with pop, process over profit. Make sure you follow the process. Once again, this is why when we have big drops, I don't panic. All right, big drops happen. Big drops happen. This is part of the. Actually, let me fix that light again, guys. Um, Big drops happen. It's part of the stock market. You're gonna have volatility a lot of times, but I do not panic because I'm looking at multiple things. Because one of the things you have to pay attention to, right? When you see things like precious metals, silver, uh, um, um, gold, including oil or natural gas, when you see these things running up, right? When you see all these things running up, typically it's bad for the stock market. Meaning, big money probably already have an idea something is coming, so they are putting their money in what they call safe haven or defensive plays, right? They trying to preserve capital. That's the way the game is played. When you see those big drops in silver and in gold, what's that telling you is those guys are taking profit, and that money is probably going to flow somewhere else because they don't like leaving money sitting on the sideline, because that's how they make their money, right? That's how they make their money. They have to keep taking trades. Some firms, as long as they take a trade, whether they lose or win, they still make money. All right, that's the way the game is played. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And then you look at the stock market. The stock market actually finding great support. 2 days in a row, we had big drops, and the support held. And the support held, it was not like some little holding, and you can see buyers really push things up in the S&P 500. So that gives me comfort. And then I looked at the VIX. So I look at all these different things, right? Because you cannot look at things in isolation. There's a big picture at play. Sometimes something may give you some false signal, but a couple of other different asset class might confirm something for you, or just let you know, nah, this is a trap. All right. So this is how I sort of knew this was probably a trap. I'm not going to get in. We just like if I go right back in the chat, when we went here, right? When we went here, what did I tell you guys? I said, damn, I would not buy this here. Why? That gold was still running up. Gold was running up. We came here, we're making that. That's not a good sign to buy. And at the time, the VIX had just broken out. I'm like, that's not a good sign to buy. And boy, was I right. All right. And yesterday again, I keep telling you guys, hey, support is holding. We okay. We're not going to panic, yada yada, and all these things. I'm gonna go in the futures so I could because I review the futures with you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at and what happened. So that is great. By the way, if you are here, guys, just remember to give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so when I go live, you guys can get that notification. You don't miss anything, or when I post videos, and share the video out. Help me grow the channel. I appreciate you guys that's been coming here every single, almost every single night when we are live. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully, what I'm doing is either teaching you guys a few things or filling some blanks or even confirming things you already know. So again, when we're looking at the Qs had a push. My issue right now, I would tell you with the Qs, is there was no volume. I don't like when we have a big candle like that and it's very low volume, and that's a Monday. All right, so those things make me a little uneasy. And as you can tell, once again, we got right there and you start seeing selling right at resistance level. All right, people are taking profit. People, I guess now at this point, people know this is a resistance zone. So as soon as we get to that level, they start unwinding position. I'm really hoping we get a gap that might set us up a little better. But as we go into this week with Amazon earnings, Alphabet earnings, ARM. Palantir reported this afternoon. They did pretty good. I think the stock is up about 10 points or 12 points, something like that. So stay on the lookout for a possible continuation for a day trade tomorrow. Find your levels. Don't forget, guys. Even if we have that push here, unless we close above that, you have to pay attention to a possible double top. All right, it could be a trap. Make sure you watch things clearly. Make sure you don't get FOMO into things. Always following the rules. Now, once again, let's go and check the VIX. Ooh, that is beautiful on the VIX. That is beautiful. Try to spike. That is beautiful. Okay. When we look at that, all right. I don't for those of you guys who are here, do you guys know exactly what we are looking at here? These two candles, this one and that. What exactly does that represent? Which candlestick pattern is that? And while you guys are doing that and trying to do that, I'm going to talk to you guys. You know what? I'll get back to it while you guys type that in. So I'm going to go. Let's see exactly and examine what happened today. Boom, boom. So this is pretty much what happened today, right? So we had this big push coming in. That's the first 30 minutes. Big push came in, small little pullback, and when we push right up. That's the first 30 minutes. This is why you wait. And so this would be your entry would trigger here. And again, like I said, it's get in, get out. Don't waste your time. Don't whatever. You get in, you get out, you take your money. That is it. So that what is that? 624 to 627. That's a 3 points move. That's more than enough. If you're trading options, that is more than enough for you to make your money. How do you get confirmation? What do you look for? Confirmation is, say for example, right? Let me see. I'll show you. I should be able to find something to show you confirmation. So let's say for example, I was trading this in the 30 minutes, and I was trading that day. So this candle closed below this level. All right. So that's the breakout. So that means I need the following candle, which would be this candle, to close exactly below this candle. So that happened. That's confirming we are heading down. All right? That's confirmation. This is the confirmation candle. So at that point, you can start looking to see when do you get in. But then again, as I keep been telling, that would be for a day trade. This is the 30 minutes for a day trade. So it's same principle. No matter where it is that you go, it is the exact same principle. Now let me go back let me go back here. All right, I don't think anybody submitted anything here. So this would be a bearish engulfing candle. All right. bearish engulfing candle in the VIX, meaning we should be heading up. Okay, let's see. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. So this is the 4 hour again. This is the 4 hours. That's the stuff I was talking to you guys about. 4 hours is looking bad for the VIX, but looking good if you are long the stock market because we're getting a lower high. That is a bearish divergence, meaning this is going to head down. All right, this is going to head down. That again, good news for the stock market. It is not like the VIX was overly aggressive, like more than the 10%. It's just a 6% slowly going down. That is good news. We like that. We like to see that. Next thing I want to take a quick look for you guys as well is the U.S. 10-year. These are the kind of things that does not make me feel very good. Once again, as you could see, you guys. So this is a perfect example. Remember when I was talking to you guys? So this is a break, right? Confirmation. So that means this move is confirmed. What did we have? Then you don't have to jump in on the confirmation. Once you have confirmation, the best thing to do is wait for a retest. What did you see we do here? So this would be all of a zone, right? So if we draw that completely as a zone, so we would have all of that create some sort of zone. So we broke out, we came back, we test that level, and you guys can see what's happening here, right? So you don't have to FOMO in just because you have confirmation. Once you have confirmation, wait for a retest of the previous level or at least a pullback, because sometimes it doesn't do a perfect retest, but this was a perfect retest. Perfect. Pull back, and that day came to touch it, and that now previous resistance is being used as a support level, and that was perfect. All right. So that's what we're looking at, guys. So far, so this is the let me go back and show you guys what I was looking at. So this is what we're looking at in the market. Let's do this and let's close that. So yesterday, last night when we were doing that last night, this was literally right on top of of this line, of this trend line. That's where we were. All right. And I was telling you guys, hey, don't panic, don't do anything crazy. Do not panic, do not do anything crazy. And guess what? We actually bounced. This is why I love trend line and I love technical analysis. This is why I don't panic with things. Hey, I'm just watching to see exactly what's happening, and then we pull up. But once again, I have to let you guys know we have some good and bad news. Good news, we do have a nice candle. We have a nice push. Uh, Support is being held. We still alive. It's still looking like we might have a breakout. Bad news, we don't have any momentum. A candle this size, we did not have any volume. All right. I mean, look at the length of this candle, right? This is the length of this candle. This is the volume you had. This candle was much shorter. Look at the volume. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Look at those, right? So that's what I was talking about. But then again, as of right now, we're still making higher lows, and we're still bullish right now. Again, back to being we're still cautiously bullish. We are at all-time high. We don't have enough momentum to really push through. So that's what I'm saying, that I am still cautiously bullish. And once again, guys, if you are here, please make sure to like the live, share it out, comment. Would have really appreciated, because all of those help the algorithm push things out. One more thing I wanted to check with you guys as well. I wanted to throw you guys a bonus. ARM is reporting tomorrow. This is more of a bonus play. I typically don't. I typically Everyone knows that I typically don't do that. I don't talk about what I'm going to do or any of these things. If you're looking at ARMs, right? So again, look at this drop. Look at this drop. Let me just remove all of this stuff here. What do you guys see here as soon as you look at this? It should be clear to everyone. This is why I like and respect candlestick pattern. All right. What you see is we had we had a head and shoulder pattern. That's really what happened. That's all that happened. Head and shoulder pattern, and then it just fell. All right. So we need to be able to see those moves and take advantage of them. Now, let me just anyway going back to what I'm why am I looking at that? Just looking at the drop that this thing has had. This is the drop, 42% drop. This stock is in bear market territory. This is bear market territory. So right now, what I'm looking at to do, I'm gonna nibble in that. I'm looking at a possible move like this, a double bottom for possible again. But they have earnings coming, so again, I'm not letting you guys, I'm not telling you guys to buy. I'm letting you guys know what I'm looking to do and what I'm probably going to do with that. This is looking good for a buy, so I'm looking at this right now to potentially get in and get something heading into earnings. Very small position in case it doesn't work out because earnings are going to be violent. Because I would not be surprised if they have bad news for this thing to drop all the way down to where maybe like right around 80. Wouldn't be too crazy for that to happen. But then again, why do I like this? We currently at a very, very, very strong support level. Okay, this is very, very strong support level. So I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. That's why I don't mind doing that. Mhm. Yeah. Again, once again, like I said again, I am not letting you guys to buy, hold, or sell. Just a disclaimer again. I have to remember to let you guys know that I'm not your financial advisor. All right. I cannot tell you to buy, hold, or sell. Nothing I say here is any indication for you to buy, hold, or sell any stocks or whatever. But what I do is give you the possibility and showing you the technical analysis, what I'm looking at, and letting you guys know what I'm going to do. I would advise if you're going to trade, do your own research. If you know what to do, draw your own thing. If you don't know anything about technical analysis, contact a financial advisor. Just a clear reminder that trading does carry risk, including loss of potential capital. So you are going to trade at your own risk. Once again, I'm not letting you guys to either buy, hold, or sell. I'm limited. I'm just sharing and letting you guys know what I am looking to do because I do feel like this is a company that's going to keep making money. And regardless of what people are saying, I still see the AI trade is still alive and well. The AI trade is still alive and well. This has not gone away. All right. Last thing I'm going to check with you guys. What was it? I was t- 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 so this is Amazon AMZN. Amazon, I have been. I believe that was one of the stock I had in my pick. Again, remember I told you guys I got in out of Amazon right there. Unfortunately for me, I did not get back in at this level. I meant to buy it, but the market closed before I remembered to do that because I was preoccupied doing something else, and it seems like we got that push. Unfortunately, I didn't have to do. I didn't get a chance to do anything with it. But anyway, this is all I got for you guys today. I don't have anything else. If anyone have any questions, as usual, I welcome you guys to post it in the chat. Make sure to like the video. If you like this video, make sure to check out some of my other videos. I would love to know what you guys are doing, which stocks you guys like to trade, and what you're looking at. That would be beautiful. Tomorrow, I do have a video coming tomorrow about my trade for the month, my best stock picks for this coming month. I'm going to drop that tomorrow midday. That should be on the channel. Don't miss that. It might be an opportunity for you to get something if you're not part of the community. Once again, it doesn't mean I'm gonna give you guys everything in the community, or I'm gonna talk about entries and things like that, specific entries. I'm just going to give you reveal the stocks names and what I'm looking at. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, guys, to another episode again. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow for another review, as we do every single night. Again, take care, be blessed, and stay green. Get in, get green, get out. Don't get greedy. Follow your process. It is POP. This is what we live by. We're gonna die by that. And this has really, really helped me maintaining my account and growing my account. So follow your process. Be disciplined. Be patient. Don't FOMO into everything, anything. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.